Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Well, this is the review of Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, and I absolutely loved this book. You will know later, but I can tell you now it was a 5-star read. So, well, Under the Whispering Door is a magical realism / fantasy. You could look at any of those ways. Although I would say it's more magical realism because it happens in the real world. Wallace is a man who you would call despicable because he's a man who doesn't care about building relationships with others at all. He just cares about the business, being successful, and moving forward, and money, and business, and doesn't care about other people's needs, emotions, or about building relationships with those around him. Now, Wallace dies and finds himself being a ghost. It's quite hard for him to come to terms with the fact that he's dead, and there are reapers in this world who help you through and take you to see the ferryman. We can take this figure from Greek mythology, and the ferryman in this case is a guy named Hugo, who is pretty much alive and owns a tea shop in a small town. And to this tea shop is that ghosts arrive until they can come to terms with the fact they're dead and cross over. In here we have a couple of more characters. That are Apollo, that's Hugo's dog, and Nelson, that is Hugo's grandfather. May is our Reaper in this case, and there are a couple more characters that give more life to the story. T.J. Klune did it again. I cried from 70% onwards until the very end of the book, and continued crying afterwards for a little bit. So, T.J. Klune, why do you do this to me? I absolutely love you. I mean, if you're grieving, trigger warning, do not read this book until you are in the right set of mind to come to terms with that. Because everything is around grieving, death, appreciating life, and building relationships with those around you, and the fact of letting go, which is, I think, the hardest we find to do. So, The writing style is incredible. As usual, T.J. Klune makes us laugh in between tears, and this sense of humor is amazing, it's perfect. As usual, he always has a comment for heterosexual people, but you know, it's an innocent joke, and it's amazing the way he builds. It's of course character driven. The plot is important. It's really atmospheric, but then it's character driven. It gets you so close to the characters. Characters are so well built, so real, with their flaws and their nice aspects. And you know, everyone has a different personality, but they can accept each other and relate to each other in ways that we should learn from, and you get close, emotionally close to each one of them. You can really feel them inside. It's like normally in books there's a character you identify with, and even though in this one, in his books basically the same thing could happen, there's also this feeling that you can get close to any of them, and you actually come to understand and feel each of their emotions. Even the evil ones, he drives you towards understanding, and that's the key to love. So this book is just amazing. I cannot tell you anything else, but just that, again, if you're grieving, I would advise you not to read it until you're in the right set of mind, that you can read it and let go. I don't want to tell you anything else to avoid spoiling it. So I thank you so very, very much to NetGalley and Tor Publishing for allowing me to read this book. It's the second book I'm granted by TJ Klune in exchange for an honest review, and trust me, I don't regret having asked for it. This is, I don't know, it's just perfect. I absolutely loved it. I highly, highly recommend it to all of you. And the cover is stunning, as you can see. And if you've read it, or if you're reading it, if you're planning to read it, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you like my video, don't forget to click like down here, click the bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel if you like my videos. And I hope to see you soon back here, and hope you're having a beautiful time. Bye!